You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcasting them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey there, everybody. This is Jackie Rolls.
Folks, people, this is Dunlap, the man, your favorite podcast personality. I feel like that's safe to say. I can't imagine anyone who's listening to this who prefers another podcast personality.
Well, they might like listening to me more than you. Some of them might. You don't know if it's all just for you.
Really, that's how you're going to challenge this?
I don't know. But for you to just say everybody likes you best, I don't think that's necessarily true. But
there's just so many other podcasts out there that people listen to. They get.
I talk about just this one.
Thousands.
You and me. But you say you're the favorite on this one. I don't know about any other one.
Thousands more downloads. But I like how when I say I'm America's favorite podcast personality, you jump in there going, "No, it's got to be me."
I didn't say it was me. I just don't think it's all you the most popular between me and you.
I like how it's not like Mark Maron.
Who?
Or Two Dope Queens, or
what is it?
The guy who does the New York Times, Michael Barbaro. It's nobody.
When I hear David Axelrod is doing a podcast, then I know it's too many people doing this.
That's a good point. I would say probably, even though no one knows who we are or that we even do a podcast or what this podcast is supposed to be about, we are more beloved than David Axelrod.
Oh, yeah. Now, that I'll agree with you on. That's not up for debate there. Yeah, that's cold, hard facts. Yeah.
But in case you're new to this podcast and you're wondering, why are these people my new, all of a sudden, favorite podcast personality?
Huh?
We can edit that out, right?
Sure.
We have somebody who does that.
You hit a button on here somehow. Yeah.
Jackie Broles is a former Republican, conservative.
I'm still conservative, but I don't know what that means. I mean,
really?
Well, I mean, what does it mean now anymore? When you say you're conservative, and nowadays it means something totally than it used to, so different. But
I think it means you kiss Trump right on the butthole.
That's pretty much all it is. Yeah,
Jackie,
and I don't do that.
Has turned his back on John Wayne.
John Wayne would have turned his back. Don't say that about John Wayne. If John Wayne was alive and saw this, SOB in the White House, he'd the hell with this.
Would he call him a mfer?
Hey, I don't know. John Wayne didn't say that in his movies. He even made the Vietnam one. He didn't say that one. He don't say that.
Has anybody even said motherfucker in a John Wayne movie?
Don't say it. I knew what you meant. I don't want to hear you say it over and over.
Was there a John Wayne movie where somebody said motherfucker?
All right, shut your mouth. I don't know. And not that I recall. I sure don't remember one. No.
I mean, like where somebody's walking down the street say, "Hey, that's motherfucker."
Hey.
And John Wayne's like, you better watch your language, young lady.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
He wouldn't even have it in a movie. Are all John Wayne's movies? There's not an R-rated John Wayne movie, is there?
Maybe one of the latter ones, but I don't think so. Not that I know. I mean, everybody tried to do something a little rougher when the 70s come around. But I don't remember when it went over Brannigan, when it went over to England. That's a late one, but I don't think it's rated R. I think it's still PG.
Nobody said motherfucker in that one, did they?
I don't think so.
Motherfucking Brannigan. What are you doing in England?
Mouth. Watch your mouth. I don't want to hear it.
Maybe they said Pratt.
When that
Brannigan's a right Pratt.
Well, that's whatever that is better than the other.
I never would have thought that Jackie Broles would say the word motherfucker.
I never said it, and I ain't going to say it. No.
I would say if Trump lasts another 2 years, we'll hear Jackie Broles say, impeach that motherfucker.
All right, watch your mouth. Don't say it. When that Democrat lady said that, the first thing I just all I thought is this moment right now is happening. You're going to say it over and over again. So in that regard, I wish she wouldn't. Say butthole. Say we're going to impeach this butthole. It's just as bad. You'll be on the news just as much, and not everybody's going to be saying, you know, the MFers. I don't want to hear it. Say butthole. Impeach this butthole.
But you do agree with the sentiment.
They'd be just as mad on Fox if she said butthole. Everyone, Nancy Pelosi would have to come out and say, I don't use that kind of language. Just say butthole. It just save us a little bit. It's bad enough we got to listen to the damn president, what comes out of his mouth half the time.
The thing about butthole is, and folks, if you're turned off by this conversation, we're going to do about probably 17 more minutes on. The thing about butthole is that when you say the word butthole, like impeach that butthole, it's worse than asshole. It's worse than motherfucker.
Hey.
Because it makes you imagine a butthole. Because it's clinical enough, I believe. It's asshole means asshole. That guy's a real asshole.
All right.
You say butthole. Like you could go into a doctor's office and say, my butthole hurts. If you go into the doctor, you can go into a doctor's office and say, my asshole hurts.
All right.
But I believe if you say to a doctor who asks you, where's the problem? You say, it's my butthole.
All right.
He say, okay. You say, it's my asshole, doc. He'd be like, can we use the word butthole? So when you say impeach the butthole, I think that we automatically think of Trump's puckered orange.
No, I don't know. I think just what you said, sometimes, yes, it makes you think of somebody's or whatever, but I tell you what, I'd rather be thinking about anybody's butthole than that.
But this is what.
If I could sit around and just dream of butthole, and this is never before in my life would I ever have said this. If I could block him out, if that was useful to me in any way where I could just think about that and not him, I'd do it. But it ain't, you know.
So just a parade of buttholes. Anybody's butthole, as long as you didn't have to think about Trump.
Yeah.
Marlon Brando's butthole.
I don't want to think about it, but if it's better than that, yes. Better than Trump.
Joy Behar's butthole.
Hey, don't use her name. No. She wouldn't show that to nobody. No, she's a good woman.
Well, Jackie Bros, I do believe you're blushing.
Well, I don't like you using her name in that way. You don't talk about her like in that way. No.
Was she before Trump, before you shifted completely to Berkeley protesting Antifa,
right. I ain't that
commie liberal?
I ain't all that.
Was she the first liberal that you had warm feelings for?
Well, it didn't have nothing to do with the politics. I didn't think about it one way or another. It just seemed like a nice, pleasant lady. Just carries herself very well. Speaks very eloquently as far as I'm concerned. And she just seemed like a nice, good lady to me. That's it.
No wonder you got so mad at Kid Rock when he said that about her.
I don't even know who he is, but the hell with him. No. Well, you're a rapping cowboy or something, isn't he?
He is. And not the good kind.
No.
Like, what's his name?
Cowboy Troy.
Cowboy Troy. Not a good rapping cowboy. Well, I mean, listen. This is what Trump has done to America. It's got Jackie almost endorsing the word motherfucker.
I did not know such a thing. No, I said butthole. You want to talk about buttholes? We'll go back talk about butthole. I don't want to hear that kind of language over and over. MS and all that stuff over and over again.
Hold on, I got to let this cat out. Okay, cat's out.
Yeah.
There was a cat in here.
Well, they get in here every so often.
You got some black eyed peas in here? Is that why?
There's a couple. Well, give me a minute here, and when it's time to do our sponsors, I'll tell you about all that. But yeah, they don't go too far.
And the other thing is that my hero, Kid Rock.
No.
Former hero.
Who is he a hero for? Who thinks that he's a hero?
Me, like 6 years ago.
Yeah. He looked like he's supposed to be a rapping cowboy, but he looked like just a stinky hippie to me. Undershirt hippie.
Now that battle lines have been drawn, and Jackie and motherfucker are on one
I'm
side.
not going to listen to you say that over and over again.
And Kid Rock and Trump are on this side. And I never thought I'd be on the side that Kid Rock wasn't on, but here I am over on this other side, and Kid Rock's a fucking idiot. What?
Hey, watch your mouth. I don't want to hear that either.
This is what's happened in the world. But I guarantee you, Kid Rock is going, that woman shouldn't have said motherfucker.
All right.
And he's like, what's happened to me? Kid Rock is having a crisis of the soul. I'm really shocked and ashamed that woman said motherfucker.
Hey,
in America today, Kid Rock's
go
going,
back to MF stuff of her, whatever, but I don't want to hear it. I just repeat it over and over again. I get tired of it. I don't like that language.
But you do think that we should impeach the motherfucker?
Will you watch your mouth? Butthole. I want to impeach that butthole is what I want to do.
But you do agree that we should impeach that butthole?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Impeach that butthole.
Impeach that butthole. I want someone to make some bumper stickers.
Can I tell you, I've seen Impeach That Buttholes part 4 through 7, but I don't know. 8's supposed to come out pretty soon. Impeach That Buttholes, I think is what I just said. And folks, this is Red State Update, a news and satire podcast. It keeps you informed on all the news and hot takes of the day. It's pretty heady stuff, pretty smart, pretty upper echelon in the brain department. So if you're a fancy college person, then this is the podcast for you. And that's probably why I'm so beloved on the nation's campuses. Jackie?
Huh?
The government is still shut down.
Well, yeah. Pitiful. People ain't getting paid. They're working hard and ain't getting paid. Well, some of them are still working. Some of them call in sick. Normally, I'd get mad if somebody called in sick, but in this case, call in sick, do something.
I heard that the nation's parks, national parks, are overflowing with shit.
Well,
now, we're talking about human waste now, right? We're talking about the bathrooms. Like, there's not a national park employee, and forgive me if I sound like Trump and raking the forest, but like nobody has to hose down like the coyote shit from the wolf shit's not stacking up.
If the restrooms, people, yeah.
Like nature takes care of like bear shit, right?
Yeah.
Like moose shit.
People's kind, you flush it down, yeah.
Well, our national parks are overrun with shit.
Well, that don't surprise me. If he stays president, you're going to open your window. That's all you're going to smell, no matter where you're at, whether you're in the park or not.
We're turning into New York in the 70s.
That's what this country's heading to with him in there, yeah.
Do you think that Trump has ever been to a national park?
If they had a rally at one, maybe. But other than that, I don't know why he'd be there.
Has he ever seen the Grand Canyon?
I'm sure he's seen pictures of it or flew over it in his helicopter sometime or another.
But he could give a shit about the Grand Canyon.
No.
Right? Like if you put a hotel up there somewhere.
Maybe he'd, pay attention. Other than that, no.
Put like a Trump saddle on them donkeys you ride down there.
Yeah.
Also, let me give you a brain teaser, Jackie, just real quick. I know we got a lot to catch up on, but is it worse for you to be a citizen of the United States of America and Trump be the president? Or you be the president of the United States of America and the United States of America is like 200 million Trumps?
What?
Which would you rather be, a citizen of the United States of America with Trump as president?
That's no kind of choice.
Or the president of the United States of America whose citizens are entirely Donald Trump's?
No. That's awful every which way you look at it.
And you have to go out and campaign. You have to go out and shake those Trump's hands and talk to the different Trumps and go all around the country and talk to all the Donald Trumps.
Well, you just lie to them, I guess, like all politicians do. But in his case, it just takes it to another,
Just flattery, pandering, and empty promises.
That's all you'd have to do. It might be pretty easy to govern that, actually, but I don't know. Either way, it's a living nightmare, whichever way you go on that.
So the government's still shut down.
Yeah.
They're going to stop doing food inspection.
Yeah.
Which is fine if you're Kid Rock. I mean, the government may stop doing food inspection, but I bet they still do food inspection at Del Taco. As in, this food looks fine, sell it to Kid Rock.
All right.
Because he's starving.
I don't eat that. I eat Taco Bell.
You like the taco? Have you ever had a bad meal at Taco Bell?
Not that I remember. I mean, sometimes they'll forget to put something in there, extra cheese or the kind of sauce I want, and it kind of, takes it down a notch just for me, but that may just be because of emotional reasons. I don't know about the mouth reasons, but it just makes me not enjoy the meal as much, I guess.
Emotional reasons, sure. Mouth reasons,
no,
Taco Bell surprisingly
reasons. I can't think of
consistent.
one good mouth reason that Taco Bell didn't satisfy me. No.
You can't eat it every day.
No, you get sick as hell.
But every other day, it's like a treat.
Yeah, depending on what you eat there and how much of it you eat, yeah.
Every 2 or 3 days, Taco Bell's fine.
Yeah.
So as long as there's somebody at Taco Bell looking over their ingredients, I think we're okay. Unless, of course, there was somebody in between, like, say, the fields where horses shit all over the lettuce and the Taco Bell restaurant. I guess that's where the food inspector would come in, right?
Well, even before the shutdown, they already took how much lettuce off of market because he got rid of all the regulations where you just use whatever kind of water you want. So poisoned all the damn lettuce, basically.
Well, listen.
So, I mean, but shut down or not shut down, everybody working get paid, you still going to, wind up not being able to eat something under him.
Why does Trump give a shit about lettuce?
Well, he don't.
Listen, 2 things Trump gives no shits about are lettuce and national parks.
No. Which I don't understand. Farmers like, okay, got rid of the regulation. I can use whatever kind of water I want, and that's fine. But now nobody's buying any lettuce from you. It don't.
If this shutdown doesn't affect Fox and Friends or porn or the mirror industry, then Trump is not going to give a shit.
No.
Or the Adderall Corporation.
Adderalls. That's the second time I heard he's on drugs. They say he's on Adderalls.
Oh, some people say. I think somebody come out and alleged that when they did what was the thing? The Hollywood Your Fired Department.
Yeah, whatever that show was. I didn't watch it, but it was on TV. Yeah.
That somebody from that show said that he was doing Adderall, sniffing Adderall.
Well, it was like cocaine or something. You sniff it in your nose, right? Yeah.
Do it at speed. Do it up speed style.
You showed me that picture on there where it showed the picture looked like, his eyes was all, dilated. And they were saying Adderall does this, this, and this, and all of it looked like that was him. So
look, we don't have to try to explain Trump. We don't have to find reasons for his behavior. He could just be a perfect asshole.
Yeah.
The world's perfect.
Well, he is, yeah.
Asshole.
A butthole I prefer, but yeah.
I've definitely searched for that on Pornhub, but also, let me make this clear, that we don't have to try to explain Trump. And sometimes when you think that he, like a perfect being exists, then you do find out there was some weird drugs in the picture. Like, I don't want to be too far, like, he's just the way he is. He's crazy. He's a narcissist. Don't look to his childhood. Don't say he's on Adderall. He's just an asshole. Nature created a perfect asshole. But Prince was on drugs.
Yeah.
Prince was on painkillers. Who would have thought Prince?
He never did age. His whole he looked the same age he was when I first saw him on something. But right when he died, yeah, I wouldn't have never guessed he
was a perfect physical specimen.
Yeah,
he supposedly didn't do anything bad. I mean, under the cherry moon, but I'm talking about stuff he put in his body. And yet he was on painkillers. So I guess nature can create perfect things like Prince or the perfect asshole like Trump, and they can still be doing Adderall or painkillers.
I don't know how adding drugs or subtracting it to him is going to change anything better or worse.
We're all still fucked.
Put him to sleep. Watch your mouth. I don't want to hear it over and over again. Now, unless you put him to sleep, if there's something you could give him to put him to sleep or make him real tired.
I just don't. Another thing, also, is Trump literally the opposite of Prince?
What?
Like, is Trump the complete anti-Prince?
Well, they don't sing.
He barely moves.
You know. Yeah, Prince, he was agile. Yeah.
Do you think Trump has ever written a song lyric or a poem? I mean, not about himself.
No.
No, Prince was good and Trump is bad.
Well, yeah. I mean,
That's
in,
what I'm
in
saying.
comparison, yeah. Well, yeah, there's no, yeah.
And also, Prince would have given a much better Oval Office primetime televised address from behind the resolute desk than Trump. President Prince, he would have outlawed covers of his songs, but much better president than Donald Trump.
Well, hell yeah, he would.
So Trump was on TV last night. Did you watch that, Jay?
No, I didn't watch that. Why would I watch it?
I'm not going to be manipulated. Should the networks have put him on TV? There was a lot of debate about this.
He's a damn president. Now, that in itself is an awful, unbelievable, terrible thing. But he is president. If a president wants to be on TV, you're supposed to put him on TV. So I'll say that. You know, people were trying to say he didn't go visit the troops, which he didn't for a long time. But when he went over there, people were, hey, he shouldn't have gone. No, he should. He's a president. That's what he's supposed to do. The other thing president's supposed to do is go on TV and talk.
But if the president goes on TV and talks and you know he's going to tell lies, are you...
Well, he ain't the first and probably won't be the last. But, yeah, in this case, it's a lot worse than it normally is. But, look, if the news people don't put him on and they're going to say, well, that you're partisan or whatever, you know, you, the fake news, won't put on something that's real. And if you put him on, then you are essentially fake news because you giving him a platform to say all this junk
Why
on.
are you partisan for not putting him on, but not partisan for putting him on when he's going to go on there and just tell lies?
But he's a president. He's a president supposedly supposed to be of everybody. Of course, he don't see it that way.
I think we ruined that when we elected him.
Yep, that's done.
Nowadays, I think if somebody wants to say, nah, you know what, I'm just going to keep airing the bullshit we usually have on here, I think they might be okay in doing that. I don't know.
Either way, I didn't look at it. No reason to.
Yeah.
They said it didn't do him no good. You know, some people thought. What did you say? You were telling me earlier they sent Jared over. They sent Jared.
Well, Jared, I guess they're sending him around now saying, like, oh, yeah, no, everything's going to be okay. And they sent before the Oval Office speech, they sent him around saying, hey, after this speech, everything's going to be great. To all the Republicans, all the Washington Republicans. Like,
so Jared,
don't worry. Calm down. I know you're getting worried about this shutdown thing, but he's going to go on TV tomorrow, and it's going to be great.
So Jared goes and lies in private, and then Sarah Huckabee lies publicly. Is that their position? Okay, their functions, their job.
Their lies are lying about Trump's. So Trump is liar prime liar.
Yeah.
He comes out and does his lies, which are just him talking. So he talks lies, and then the other people have to explain lies.
All terrible.
And
theirs are worse. I'm going to say it right now. Their lies are worse. I don't know nothing about Jared, Sarah Huckabee. They know better. They know that they're lying. He's crazy. Just stuff comes out of his mouth, and he don't know what he's saying half the time. So I'm going to say their lies are worse because they're having to back it up. But they're backing up crazy talk.
Don't we all know that it's all lies at this point? So the president comes out and lies. He knows that. I'm not sure how much he knows he's lying, how much he's just talking and saying what he believes, what he doesn't care. It's a strange. It's not like he's lying because he wants. It's how do you explain a brain like the president of the United States of America?
Well, for example, just this recently when he said all the presidents told me that we needed a wall, that they should have done it. I've talked to them, and many have told me there was no reason for him to say that. All it's going to do is they're all going to come out and say, Obama said I ain't talked to him since I took him into, since he came into, there's it after one. And ain't none of the others talked to him either. But what was the purpose of that lie? There was no reason for it. It's not, it's just because it comes out of his mouth. There's absolutely no thought, skill in it. There's no reason for him to say that.
And so he comes out and he says a lie, then other people have to cover for his lies. But everybody listening to it knows that it's lies. It doesn't matter if you like Trump or not. Like, if you like Trump, I don't think he thought that any of the other presidents told him that. Maybe he did for a second. Like, see, they're smart, too, because they were also presidents. I feel better about my choice in voting for Donald Trump as president of the United States of America. But more than likely, you thought, that's bullshit, but, it's going to make people mad. And then people get mad about it, and they're like, no, we talked to every living president, and they said they called bullshit on this bullshit. And everybody knows. But we're just wasting time. We're like, oh, these news cycles, it's crazy. Yeah, because the president says something we all know is a lie. Then people try to cover for the lies, and the reporters ask about the lies without ever really calling them lies. And then we all get on Twitter and make jokes about the lies. And then we do a podcast about all the lies. But we know they're lies from the beginning.
Yeah.
So why are we even talking about him? Why are we treating him like he's an actual president? Why is Schumer and Pelosi on there saying, well, the president, we have to, like, giving us those stern, creepy stares. Why don't they just tell the other Republicans, like, I know y'all been working with that goon, but we all know he's nuts. So why don't we just work out a deal and leave him out of it?
That's what needs to happen. Ain't nothing going to get done until somebody on the other side does that. Republicans, there's a reason I no longer, you can refer that word toward me, if there was any decent Republicans left, which there ain't, because they would be standing up as, I'm sorry, Mitt Romney, good trying, I appreciate it, see you, Jeff Flake, but, they just ain't, it don't exist. It ain't there. They're just going to, Mitch McConnell been hiding for a damn week since the shutdown's been going on. How long? It's 2 weeks now, isn't it? Longer than that.
Where is he? Just in the bathroom in his office?
He ain't going to.
Is it time to come out? Yeah.
He is not going to go anywhere near a microphone or anything. He don't want nobody talking to him.
So is the only way out of this shutdown for Trump to declare a national emergency, have people sue him over it, and then have the courts tell him, you can't declare a state of emergency so you can build a wall?
Let him do it. If I'm serious, if people can get the damn paychecks, I hope he can save face and say, well, I didn't get, but I'm still fighting for you, knowing that it's never going to happen, that was the case before anyway. That's what the whole point is that he had both branches of government, had them all. If it was a crisis, he could have taken care of it then. They would have done it. But they all knew it was stupid. Every one of them knew it was stupid. Hell, he probably knows it's sort of stupid. Yeah, well, I ain't going to worry about this. He likes to fight. This is what he likes. He's got this. He going to argue with them, and that's what he knows how to do. He likes to be mad at Don Lemon on TV. He likes to be mad at Nancy Pelosi. He likes to be mad at Schumer, whoever else. That's what he wants. If they needed a wall, he had a chance to do it, and if Republicans all thought we needed a wall, they had a chance to do it, and they should have done it if that's what they were going to do. Nobody really raised a finger to do the damn thing. Now he's mad. It's the Democrats' fault. Hell.
Stormed out of the meeting today after passing out candy. I like to believe both versions of this story, that he was real happy passing out candy and they had a great meeting, and that he stormed out when he didn't get his way.
That sounds like probably what happened, what you just said. Watch this. I'm going to give him candy. You'll see.
If that's true, his goal in that meeting was just passing out candy. There was no chance of a deal. Supposedly he didn't want to make this speech anyway.
They say he don't. Tomorrow he's supposed to go down the border. They said he's complaining about that. Like, it ain't going to do no good. Why I got to do this? Why I got to do that? I guess that's his presidency as far as I'm concerned.
What does he like to do? He doesn't like to do
anything. He likes to golf. That's a shutdown will probably end before any other reason, so he can go down to Florida with his buddies and, eat the buffet and golf. He can't do any of that, so he's getting more and more irritable because it wouldn't look good if you went down there. Well, okay, I remember over the holidays he was sad, trying to make sure that we all knew he was alone and pitiful. That ain't going to last too long. He going to snap.
Well, briefly, in other news, what the fuck, Manafort? Man,
Oh, hell. None of this makes... It just...
got to get... Dumb people get the worst lawyers.
Half of the stuff, from what I understand, that they discovered on him was him, and I don't understand computers, so bear with me with trying to explain this. But he supposedly was trying to hide his emails and all this stuff using something that was about, 20 years old. Everybody knew how to get around. That's how half of what they got on him was that. And now this time they put out all these court papers. They're supposed to be redacted, and his damn lawyer put it out and didn't redact nothing.
Good job, everybody. Everybody's doing a great job.
What does it matter? They're not telling me anything I didn't already know. It's like I said, Mueller, this is all going to come out, everything we suspected. Now that we know, it's a fact. We can see right now.
I think it's fine, say Trump fans, to give polling data to Russian spies. I think it's fine for a campaign to try to work out Ukrainian peace deals. Who doesn't want peace? What's a little tit for tat when it comes to peace?
He owed a bunch of those guys, those oligarchies. He owes them lots of money, too, on top of it all. It's just...
Listen, here's what we need to do, Jackie. You and me need to start a damn Kickstarter or a GoFundMe. Send Red State Update to Russia. We'll go over there. We will get to the bottom of everything.
I ain't going over to Russia. Hell no. I ain't going there. They say that we spies lock us up. Try to trade us for someone in the NRA over here, a lady, whatever her name is.
Nobody would take that deal. No, we'd be stuck over
we'd
there in a
over.
Russian prison.
I'm just saying they got that guy who, I don't know whether he's spy or not, but it just seemed awful convenient to get him right when she's spilling the beans and, they're going to swap her out, get her out of there before she can say much else. I wouldn't go to China right now. I wouldn't go to Russia. I wouldn't go nowhere myself personally. But if
you won't go to damn... the third furthest Walmart.
No reason to. What I need to go for?
Well, maybe the other two are out of what you're looking for.
Well, if that's the case, I may go trek out a little further, but not too far.
What if the one Taco Bell's closed?
I'll drive the other one on the other side of town. They're equal distance. That's
I see.
Yeah. You're going east to west. That's the only difference there, but it's the same distance.
From where we are right now?
Yeah.
Let's test that out.
When we get out of here, yeah, we'll go to both. I don't mind. You watch the speedometer. We'll figure it out.
Well, what will we get?
I like, what do you, crunchy toast? What is it? Crunchy. One of them crunchy things is good.
Oh, and Turkey's told Bolton he's a fucking idiot.
Now, watch your mouth. Don't say it like that, but yeah.
Well, that's another. Trump comes out and says a lie, then Bolton has to say, yep, that's true, except opposite. And yet, also at the same time, now I'm going to go talk to Turkey and make some demands with absolutely the opposite of leverage.
He got no leverage, nothing. It's go well, Crazy Man said this, and I guess, just a bunch of... The whole world going to go up before one Republican raise a finger to do something. They could, he could do something. You're still in a position to do something about this.
Heroes they could be. Look, people,
you save the country. I mean,
people
I don't
on
know.
Twitter would still be mad. They'd be like, these assholes. Yes, that's true. I would be pretty forgiving of these Republicans if they started not the one like the Murkowski, not the ones who need, but like a damn Mississippi fucking
Lindsey Graham. If Lindsey Graham come out and did the right thing,
I would be pretty forgiving of Lindsey Graham.
Even Mitch McConnell, and that's hard. That's hard.
If Mitch McConnell came out tomorrow and said, well, I guess we're going to impeach the motherfucker.
Hey.
I'd have his fucking turtle face on a goddamn T-shirt.
Watch your mouth. Well, ain't none of them going to do anything like this, so don't hold your breath. They're all pitiful. They're all just, yeah. Well, Mitt Romney can't wait to get in there and be just as pitiful as the rest of them. You wait and see. They can end this shutdown right now. There's enough people to stop this and at least get people their damn paychecks.
How scared and weaselly, mealy-mouthed must these Republicans be that they know that people don't want the wall? They know that you could fucking
Watch your
if
mouth.
Donald Trump has turned this 30% of their, like, how hard is it to get those people back?
They know the wall ain't going to do there's no reason for it except it's a monument to him. There's something to put his name on. It serves no purpose. Do we need border security? Sure, there's things we need to look into. But a big, stupid wall, everyone knows it's a waste of damn money. I grew up being conservative. You don't waste money on a bunch of stupid stuff, which I accuse Democrats of doing my entire life. And they want $5 billion for a wall? The deficit's going through the damn roof. There ain't no Republican acting like a damn Republican. They're all backing up a crazy man.
That's how scared. They're so scared. You would think that all politicians are more consumed with self-interest than with fear, but I guess it's the fear. I guess they think they're looking after their interests by being tentative and afraid. But I'm telling you, fellas, this is when it's time to go bold. Strike against the President of the United States of America. Now's the time.
Stop it. There's no reason for it. Just stop it. There's absolutely no damn reason.
They're not going to.
No, they ain't going to do a damn
Taco Bell,
thing.
then?
Yeah, let's go on. Everybody, this is Jackie Bro, still on here.
Folks, people, this is Dunlap. Welcome back to the second half of the Red State Update podcast. This is where we take care of a little business. We do a little bit of the old soft sell so that we can get you folks some personalized recommendations, some sponsorship money to keep the lights going on.
Sure.
And so that you know that it's not just somebody just saying whatever to make all that bank. These are real stories that Jackie and I, real stories of our, just, you know how you listen to a podcast about, like, I love this mattress. Well, it's like that. Except all our sponsors are local sponsors.
Local
based
sponsors.
here in Murfreesboro,
Tennessee. That's right. And we appreciate all of our local sponsors. We should say, appreciate all of our patrons,
I guess patrons,
Patreons. Yes. Because we got one of those set up where you go over there. We thank each and every one of you who support us over there. If you give us $5 or more, like so many of you are kind enough to do, you get an extra podcast every week called 20 Extra Minutes with Jackie and Dunlap, and that's both of us. So we appreciate all your help on that Patreon. But that money also goes to for Redneck. I know it don't seem like it now, but it does and will go to Redneck Matinee. It's another podcast we do where we talk about movies that we love, Southern movies that we love. Some more of those are coming up. We got Convoy coming up. Just you wait and see. It's coming. And then after that, you're going to have Smoke in the Band 2. There's going to be some good ones coming. They are coming. There's 3 right now you can go listen to. And it also goes to help the podcast 100 Ways to Love a Cat, which we are affiliated with.
So go check out 100 Ways to Love a Cat, Redneck Matinee, and the podcast you're listening to now, Red State Update. We do appreciate you. That's Patreon, Red State Update.
Well, I got a good sponsor this week. This is an exciting sponsor that I got this week, and I can't wait to share it with all of you on here. We appreciate the $20, and it's also just a fine product, whether I got $20 or not. You all know our good friends over at Z-H. For this month and this month only, delicious black-eyed peppermint peas. I tell you what, this is for people and cats. Cats love it. They seem to love it just as much as they loved the original peppermint pudding.
So during the holiday season of Christmas, they had some peppermint pudding out. That was Z-H.
Just seasonal. They don't put it out all year. Yeah.
And you don't think that this is some sort of monstrous corporation like Z and H or ZH?
ZH, Z dot, this Z dash.
if someone were to start listening to our podcast back in, say, October, they would hear stories of ZH and Z and H and the horrible games they played with Murfreesboro citizens, their insides.
I wouldn't call them games, but whatever.
Their lives.
I don't even know why you're bringing that up, because this is entirely
because
different.
that was ZH and
this
Z and
is
H.
a different. Just because it has the same letters don't mean it's the same company. And this has a dash, not an and or nothing. It's Z-H.
So Z-H, so far in December, they had out peppermint pudding. Cats love it.
And made them grow cute little kitty beards, too. All the cats were playing and eating it and loving it. And
but it wasn't for cats. It was
for
people, and they took it off the shelves. Cats would eat nothing else.
No, but now these cats are loving just as much as they love the peppermint pudding, the black-eyed peppermint peas. They're eating that. I don't know if it's making them beards grow. I think everything's kind of staying the same as far as what I understand.
Is it for luck? Is that why they did it for New Year's?
Well, yeah. But it's going to go on all,
But so you've eaten black-eyed peas every New Year's for your entire life?
Well, I do, yeah. I don't know about every single one, but I try. It's just
and
tradition.
Look at
I like
you.
the way they taste too. Yeah.
You look at your life.
Huh?
How is that lucky?
Well, it ain't, but me, I like the way they taste.
I mean, it couldn't have. If it had made your life worse, how could you even tell?
Huh?
I've been eating this shit, and man, it's just like one thing after another. I thought, well, this year I'm going to eat a whole can of these black-eyed peas. I'm going to be lucky as fuck.
Hey, watch your mouth.
And I mean, since January, it's just been one thing after another.
Well,
them peas ain't lucky at all. I mean, I didn't eat the peppermint ones because it's gross.
I wouldn't eat. No, I bet it's for cats. Well, people too, if they like that sort of taste, which I don't. I don't even like peppermint pudding. I wouldn't eat that.
I'm beginning to think that the whole concept of luck is bullshit.
All right.
I am going to play these fortune cookie lucky numbers at the lottery tonight, though. So,
well, you do that.
I got to stop by on the way. On our way to Taco Bell, I need to stop by.
Well, let's get this done so we can go to Taco Bell and try and do my
All right,
sponsor.
sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt
go
you.
Taco Bell
New
too.
Year's.
Well, Gordita Crunch. It's crunchy. Gorditas Crunch. I like that. Well, let me tell you what.
Did you say Gordita Crunch?
I said crunchy. Good Lord. Just let me finish my damn sponsors. Well, I know all the cats and all the people are all enjoying the Z-H black-eyed peppermint black-eyed peppermint peas. But let me tell you something now. They got 3 brand new ZH new flavors.
Why would they need new flavors?
Oh, wait till you hear this. You're going to be excited to hear about it.
I guess because peppermint is such a terrible flavor.
No, it's not. They just got it's a company that make different things. That's what they do. But let me tell you, not only do they have the black-eyed peppermint peas out there for all of the cats and people to enjoy, they also have all animal black-eyed peppermint peas for all our webbed, gilled, 4-footed, feathered friends.
So this is, hold on, just briefly, that's for all the animals.
That's for all that. Now, cats can eat this one too. They can also eat just regular ZH black-eyed peppermint peas. But the other animals shouldn't do. If you have another animal, if you have a cat that's sitting there enjoying the hell out of it, and the dog sitting there going, well, how come I can't have none, or your bird, or whatever you got? You need to get down to the store and get you some all-animal black-eyed peppermint peas.
Well, now, if you set down 2 identical bowls of black-eyed peas, then black-eyed peppermint peas, then black-eyed peas just soaked in that white peppermint sauce that comes sliding out of that can when you open it up, how's a dog or a cat going to know which one's which?
Dog, cat don't know. You know. You know how to feed the... Look. You give it to them separate. To be on the safe side, I would just buy the all animal.
That seemed to be smarter. Well, what?
If you have a bunch left over because you were concerned about running out, you give that to your cats and then run down the store and get you some all animal.
All animal seems to be the safer choice then. Can people eat all animal?
Well, it doesn't say.
Wow.
So if you won't eat it, you stick with the Z-H, just regular black-eyed peppermint
I didn't mean
peas.
to interrupt
well,
you.
no, I'm
go
trying
ahead,
to explain.
read that again. Read that.
if
What are
you-
the flavors, the new flavors?
I just said we got all animal black-eyed peppermint peas. We also have super brain black-eyed peppermint peas for enhanced mental capabilities. Operate faster brain-wise than 1,000,000 megacomputers and say goodbye to the privacy of memory. That's super brain black-eyed peppermint peas. And then, to top it all off, number 3, Tony O's Italian-style black-eyed peppermint peas.
What was the middle one?
Super brain black-eyed peppermint peas.
What was the part about say goodbye to your memories, your private memories?
Say goodbye to the privacy of memory.
What does that mean?
Just something to do with your brain, you know.
Why would you eat black-eyed peppermint peas that are supposed to make your brain operate faster and let people read your memories?
What do you mean let people read them?
Well, how would you take that description other than somebody's going to jack up your brain and be able to...
No, that ain't... It's got... Some people have private memories that may be too embarrassed to share with others, and once your brain starts working in the way it's supposed to, you realize there's nothing embarrassing about that at all.
Oh, it's like an anxiety med.
If you want to look at it that way, I think it's just supposed to make you smarter is all, but...
Like a ginkgo biloba.
What is it?
And the other one's Italian style?
Tony O's Italian-style black-eyed peppermint peas.
So one is a confusing all-animal dish that may be poison to humans. The other is definitely nefarious. And the third one is just Italian style?
Italian style, yeah. I think that's...
Who's Tony O?
I don't know. It's like, who's Seth Boyardee? I don't know who he is.
Is it
He's on the
Tony
can.
O, like T-O-N-Y-O period? Or
No,
is
it's
it
Tony O's. It's O-S.
what? Have you tried any of these?
Huh?
Have you tried any of these new products?
Well, I have myself, no, because I don't want peppermint and black-eyed pea. It don't seem good to me, but people love it, and definitely animals do for sure.
A lot of times when they come out with a bunch of products like this, it's about shelf space. It's about, well, we don't need a bunch of new flavors of Pepsi. They're just trying to take that shelf space away from Coca-Cola. I don't know if there's another company making black-eyed peppermint peas, but that may be what's happening here.
Well, this is all from ZH. These are new flavors coming from Z-H. Not ZH. I misspoke. Z-H.
So that's Z-H.
All animal black-eyed peppermint peas, super brain black-eyed peppermint peas, Antonio's Italian-style black-eyed peppermint peas. Get them while you can. Get down to the store. Everybody loves them. Definitely cats love them. I'm assuming all the other animals are going to love them. Get to the store and let's find out.
Well, I would be interested to know if all animal includes mouse.
Well, it says all animal.
Because I can tell you that mice get into some of these black-eyed peppermint peas that they've been leaving out for cats. And little mouse grow a beard, too.
A little mouse beard?
Little mouse beard. And I can tell you that Koi Pond Puddle, who runs Mouse Collection, who has been working day and night killing mice since the cats of Murfreesboro have switched over to an all black-eyed peppermint pea diet.
He don't kill all of them, though.
Well, no, he keeps the ones he needs, but his collection is pretty full.
Regular mouse just, yeah.
But he did nab one of the first ones to have a beard. So now he's got old man mouse.
Well, that's the first. If that's the first one, you should have that one. Yeah.
Well, he's got old man mouse to play the role of Codger
Right.
in the upcoming Mousetown Follies.
Mousetown. What is it? Follies.
He was trying to do the remember the mouse win based on the Steve Carell movie.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
But he said nobody knew what that was, so he's just switching over to Mousetown Follies. It's slower rehearsing because he doesn't have time in his schedule. He's so busy killing mice that he doesn't have time to rehearse the mice he has in his collection.
Train them, yeah.
And they also, he says, are smart enough to smell the death on him when he comes home from a night ridden a factory of hundreds of their brothers and sisters.
Well, I wouldn't want to work for him either if he come home, yeah.
But luckily, he found Old Man Mouse. He found a black and white 7-incher. He found a pretty little lady mouse.
Oh, good, yeah.
And he found a blonde fluff bucket with a stretchy long tail. So he is good to go with the Mousetown Follies. And Jackie,
Did you do a little show, a little mouse show?
Oh, Coy Pondpuddle puts on some of the best mouse shows that you've ever seen.
All right.
When he got into the mouse collection business, he said, I'm only going to kill mice until I've assembled a crackerjack show-stopping mouse squad. And he feels he's almost at that point. But he says what he didn't anticipate was the community need for him to continue slaughtering these cute little mice, other than the ones he's captured and use. And once he's captured some, he's using them for show business purposes. So he thought he could kill a few thousand, get out of the business, keep the name, put on a show, which he can, but he's got to keep the day job of setting the traps, gassing them, poisoning them, all the various ways.
Well, tell him to, when he comes home, take a shower before he goes to train him to do the mouse show. Just get all that off of him. They ain't that smart, the mice, you know.
Can I tell you a secret?
What?
He'll be glad to know that you're taking such an interest in his show, Coy Pondpuddle. Not Coy Pond, also. We talked about this last week, but just so it's Coy as in the name of the replacement Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
Coy and Vance. Coy Pondpuddle. You know the Pondpuddles.
I know, yeah, they've been around Murfreesboro for years now, yeah.
I mean, they're all the kind of people who you would expect to have a mouse collection. Exterminators and...
Or gerbils or something like that. They had gerbils and what's a rat.
Yep, they're the kind of people who have mice as pets and also work as exterminators. And also sort of scuttle around the edges of show business. Always, because remember Coy's daddy, what did he had that... He would set up on the corner with a banjo, a cigar box banjo, and people would say, well, you need some money, Mr. Pondpuddle? And he said, nope, I'm doing this for y'all. It's the Pondpuddles.
Yeah, I remember. I had
Just
to run him off. Run him off every now and then.
Right, he'd just come in here and play.
Store. He'd be around in front of the store, and I'd have to... He was okay I'd let him do it for an hour, but I mean, good Lord.
Coy said them old chemicals they used on mice, they do something to your brain.
Yeah, well.
So... Coy will be very pleased to hear that you're taking an interest.
Well, if you got a little mouse show, I'll go see that. That sounds cute as can be. If you got a little bearded mouse and
I hate to spoiler alert this, but Codger the mouse, runs a little store called Codger's Barbecue.
Oh no, he don't.
And he wears overalls and he hates Trump.
That's so silly. Little Codger Mouse, he's just like little Jackie Mouse,
based on you.
Well, you tell Coy, I can't. I'm flattered, and I can't wait to see his little mouse show.
There's always something ominous happening, just right off in the distance here in Murfreesboro. Just you can't quite see it. It's always involving something, eating something, turning into a monster or some sort of play starring animals. Like there's always something just like right after you can almost see it coming. Like if you could see just a little bit better, you'd get enough of a warning to get a running head start. But it's like you just can't. Your eyes are just that bad so that you don't see it till it's right up on you.
Ah.
So that's Koi Paw Puddle Mouse Collection.
Gordita's crunch and something comes with it. It's not that by itself. It's a whole meal. And
they got a box. They give you a box and they give you like a taco and a Doritos taco maybe.
Oh, the taco made out of Doritos. Whoever thought of that's the smartest person to ever work at Taco Bell.
Well, if you could make a taco out of something else you can eat, what would you start with? And you can't do a Choco Taco. There already is one.
Choco Taco. I don't like mixing sweets in
well,
taco
it's all
food.
Sweet. It ain't savory at all.
I don't know. Well, I like tacos the way it is. Why do I got to change anything?
How about a saltine? What if you made a taco out of saltine crackers so that the shell was just all saltine?
I don't think
you never dip a saltine cracker into some damn taco meat when you just...
I mean, yeah, I dip a cracker into everything, but I'd rather have it with taco shell instead of cracker. I think leave this up to the experts. It's above my pay grade, and they seem to know how to make good, unique style tacos without any help from me. All they need from me is the money to get it through the drive-thru and my mouth to eat it.
Ritz?
Huh?
Ritz shell?
Ritz. Oh, good cracker, yeah.